In this video, we are going to understand the working of CSS colors. Colors are specified using predefined color names or any of this color coding scheme. Now, these schemes are the short forms. The first one, RGB, is used for red, green, blue. The color combination of these three colors will provide a different color to whatever text we will apply it for. And we have to mention the values depending upon the requirement. Next is HEX, that is hexadecimal values. The third one is HSL, hue, saturation, lightness. The next one is RGBA, red, green, blue, alpha. And the last one is HSLA, that is hue, saturation, lightness, alpha. So these are the different color coding schemes. We will be working on how to provide different values to each of these coding schemes and how the output will be generated on the HTML code. In CSS, a color can be specified by using a predefined color name like orange, gray, light gray, etc. If we do not wish to use any of this color coding scheme, we can give the direct predefined names, which are orange, black, blue, gray, light gray, and many more. CSS, HTML support 140 standard color names. In order to understand this concept better, this is the web page that we are going to work upon. And here you can see that we are using these color coded schemes and we are giving different values for generating different colors which are visible on the backdrop of this particular text itself. So in order to understand it better, let's take a look at the source code of this document. And here you can see that we are using multiple heading tags followed by the paragraph tags and again a few heading tags. So in all of these tags, we are using different color coded scheme. Here we are using the RGB, that is red, green, blue. Here we are using the hexadecimal values. Here it's HSL and likewise. So way of giving the input values depends upon the coding scheme. Like this one is using only 3 values. This one is using the hexadecimal numbers. This is using the percentage, and this is using again 4 values. So likewise, and depending upon the color coding values that we have given, this output will be generated accordingly. And here what you can see is when we are using the RGBA or HSLA coding scheme. So here at the end, we are providing a value which is like 0.5. Here you can see that. So this is determining the transparency and the opacity of the color, which is you can see here. Like this is the one which is not transparent and this one is 50% transparent. So that is done with the help of this particular value. In order to understand the concept of opacity or transparency better, we need to go through with this that the opacity property specifies the opacity or transparency of the element, like the fourth value that we noticed over there. And here they are telling that it can take the value from 0.0 to 1.0. So in the previous example, we have given the value 0.5, which was within this particular range. And further, they are saying that the lower the value, the more transparent it will become. If we look at this particular example one more time, here you can see the opacity value that we have given is 0.5. That means it can be in the range of from 0 to 1. And we have given 0.5. That means 50%. So that is why in the output you can see that it is 50% transparent as compared to this one, the background color. Likewise, this is another example to understand the concept of opacity or transparency better. So in order to understand this concept, let's take a look at the source code of this web page. And here you can see that we are providing opacity here. inside the CSS content that you are using. So the value is 0 0.1, value is 0 0.3, value is 0 0.6. This way of mentioning the opacity or transparency inside the HTML document is used when we are not using any color coded scheme like this. If we are not using the color coded scheme of RGBA and HSLA, then this is how we mention the opacity or transparency in our HTML document. So here you can see that we have given that the background color is going to be green and the opacity will vary as 0 0.1, 0 0.3 and 0 0.6. So likewise, if you look at the output, so this is how 0 0.1 looks like. If it is going to be 0, it is going to be entirely transparent, that you are not able to see anything. Likewise, the more the value, the less transparent it will become.